Can anyone confirm if you can hear me properly and if you can see the screen properly? Hello, Shivani. Hello, Mansi. How are you both? Hello, Tanushree. Are you all able to hear me properly? Can you just confirm? Because it's more than a year I have been on live, so I literally forgot all the steps and options on YouTube. So in case if there is any hitches and glitches also, please forgive me, okay? So can anyone confirm if you can hear me properly and see the screen properly? I think it's fine. You can see the screen properly, I guess. All right. Okay. Thank you, Shivani. Thank you, dear. Okay. How are you, Shivani? How are you, Malyata? How are you, Manasi? Tanushri? It's been more than an year, I think, right? We all met online live class. Glad you all are still there. So, okay, now let's start anyway without wasting much time. So, we are planning to do this kind of live workshop daily for this May month. So, starting today, and those who are interested after joining today's demo, if you feel like it is worth for you, we can start from tomorrow. Like this is starting today only, but we can continue from tomorrow for this May month if you all are really got bored of this vacation. All right. So, yeah, let's start, okay? Rather than wasting too much time. So, I want a square box inside your paper. So, either you can keep your paper in horizontal way or vertical way. That's your choice. So, I'm making a square box for the painting. So, exactly almost in the middle of your paper, you can make a square box just by doing two vertical lines either way. So I got a square frame here. You can make a square box inside your paper or anyhow you like. Okay, so inside that we are going to paint. So it's as I said, it's quite easy painting we are going to do. And after that, those who are interested to join, after joining, considering your age group, we can decide we should do some easy paintings or medium paintings or hard paintings, right? So as of now, we can start like that. And the usual all the rules you have to remember again. If you are lagging behind, just pause the video. And if you are already done and you are waiting for a long time, just let me know in the comment section, okay? And do it slowly, no hurry. Very easy painting we are going to do today. So what I'm planning to do is like a window scene, like a night time, and we are watching the outside buildings and the moon and some stars through a window. So we are inside the room, and how we are watching the outside through a window is what we are going to do, right? So we will start with the, so this is the frame for that window, and all these part will be the room, and all these area we will be coloring black. So that area need not to be too much, so you can make it so less as well, okay? I mean, no need of this much space also. You can make the maximum size of a square for your picture. So let me start, okay? So I will be starting almost from here for the curtains. So some curtains are inside. So a random curvy line almost till here you can just do like this, like a curtain blind like this here. And let me continue here. Okay, dears, the shape need not to be perfect. You can do it either way, But see the gap, if you do from the middle or from this way, it will be covering too much area. So we don't need that much space for the curtain. So keep it as close as possible. That doesn't mean too close to the straight line. Leave a tiny gap, okay? Good evening, Dhanvir. I hope your brother also with you. Okay, dear. So I hope you all have done this much. If anyone lagging behind, just pause the video and continue. And if somebody has completed, just let me know in the comments, okay? And any concerns or doubts or anything regarding our session also, please let me know in the comments. All right, now let's continue. Okay, and similarly on the other side also we are going to add another curtain part, but this time we are not going to even do this big. Okay, we are going to make it even smaller. So maybe I will be starting somewhere here and slowly going down this way. Okay, like this, and no need to cross this way till here. Maleta. I didn't understand, dear. Ah, okay. You are about to write, I'm fine, and you said it's fine. Okay, no worries, no worries. Okay, so I just made it till here only. Okay, this is just another part of the curtain, and maybe I will be adding a simple section here also, like a certain part of this curtain in certain homes. They have another section also, like a decorative piece also over that part. So we are just doing that also. That is optional. In case if you don't want to do this line, you can skip it. Okay. And again, I will be adding, maybe we can take a ruler for the perfection. Okay. And we can just do like 1, 2, and 3. Okay, so equal gaps or little bit wider, 3 vertical lines I have done, and I'll be also doing 3 horizontal lines also. And after that I will wait for someone to complete and let me know. Before that, if again I'm repeating, in case if you are lagging behind, you can always pause the video and do it in your speed, so no need to hurry up. This much. Hello, Sri Lakshmi. Yes, dear. What happened? All okay? Make sure all the lines are straight and proper. And also at last part over here, you need to leave a gap. No need to draw the lines now. Okay. If you draw also totally fine. Anyway, we are going to cover it with some black color. That's why we don't need to do. So I will wait for all of you to complete it. Just let me know if anyone has completed. Just type done or completed or whatever on chat box. Okay. All right, completed. All of you completed. Okay, so those who haven't completed, just pause the video again. Okay, and those who are done, let's continue. Okay, so the next step, it's quite easy step. We are going to fill some buildings here. The buildings in the sense now, this is a window we have done, and what we can see outside the window is what we are going to draw. So it's like a lot of buildings, like a cityscape kind of things which we are going to do. So it's again quite easy. If you remember, like I think 2022 or 2023 New Year, we have done a lot of fireworks, and for that drawing we have done buildings, like the same thing we are going to do here also. So it's all quite easy. Some horizontal line and vertical line. Try to keep it all below this line, okay? Somewhere here only. Fill it here only. Don't make it too big. I hope you understand what I'm telling. Okay, simply. You don't need to follow the same length, width and all. Just randomly you can make your own type of buildings. Maybe some little bit taller, some thin buildings, some step kind of buildings. However, like a different structures you can make. Okay, no need to copy the same. Whatever you like, you can make. Can't able to hear me? All of you? Can someone confirm if all of you can't hear me? All of you able to hear me? All right. So I'll just continue. I hope you all have done till this much because it's quite easy picture. So almost our sketching part is done also. So the next step is, so all these window panes which we have done has to be a little bit thicker. Okay, so maybe now itself you can draw it a little bit thicker. You can use your ruler for this. Maybe draw a double line. Okay, or just remember this step. Like, don't forget to paint it a little bit like a bold and thicker lines. You can do it while painting also. Now I'm just doing it so that we will not forget to do that. You can use your ruler and make a double line. This is, I'm just simply doing this way. All right. Now we will be going for the next step. Okay. So over here, yeah, I've missed one more window pane. So I'll just make that also a little bit thicker. All right. And also let me know in the comments how is it going, if it is easy for you or if it is hard for you, and are you liking it or is it too boring? Whatever in your mind, let me know in the comments. And also, how is your vacation going on? Okay, Malita, it's easy. Yeah, it's easy. I wish it should be easy for all of you. Okay, and we can just erase these lines, extra lines also, but it's optional. Anyway, we are going to fill this part completely with black color. So it's kind of okay if you don't erase also, it's fine. Okay, I'm simply erasing so that, okay, now let's continue, okay? So I would like to add a moon on this section, but you can add your moon on any section you like. Okay, no need to do exactly here, it's totally fine. And I'm going to add a crescent moon. So to draw the crescent moon, let me draw a semicircle like a C shape or kind of a curvy, proper curvy line. And after that, what we will do, we will be starting from this tip and try to make another curvy line connecting to here. Okay, so to make that shape proper, we can extend the tip little bit more and make it proper. Okay, so one big curvy line and another small curvy line inside. Then just extend and connect it properly to get the proper crescent. Okay, and as I said, you can do this moon either here, here, or anywhere you like. All right. Now we are going to do some last part of our picture. That sketching is we are going to add some that kind of lights, that what it is called. I forgot the name. Like serial lights, party and for in front of cafeterias and all. We will put that light like a fairy lights. It's very beautiful to see. Let's just add that lights here, and I'll be simply adding a rough line till here on the top of our curtain, and from there I will extend it till the bottom part of our window, again going up from the same place to the top, then coming down and finishing it on the edge. Got it? So maybe we can extend it towards here also, like it's going beyond our wall or the window. So now we are going to add some, these are again optional thing. Maybe we can do directly while painting, but just to mark, we can just mark some circles for the light. Leave a nice gap between. Don't do it too close and don't do it too far away as well. Okay. But again, that is optional. If you like to have these lights too close to each other, you can do that way. Or if you like to have it too far away, it's up to you totally. But maintain equal. Like however, whatever gap you are doing over here, the same gap should be till the end. Okay. Okay, Tanushri. So make it like a circle, 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 or even oval shape. Okay. But maintain the uniformity. If you're starting with circle, do circle only. Don't change it to oval shape and all. Okay. And for this buildings also, we can add some lights inside. So for that also, I'm marking some small, small, tiny, tiny boxes. Okay, so these windows are lit. So let's just do it. Okay. Hi, Mansi. No worries, dear. No problem. You can watch, no problem, and do whenever you're possible if you like to do. Okay, no worries. And also, if there is any paper or pencil there, you can just draw now and paint later, according to your convenience. No problem. Okay. And all of you, see this part, this window should be drawn so tiny. Never make it too big because we are, as we said, it's a scene which we are seeing through the window. And since we are seeing this many buildings, that means it's too far away. So don't make it too big. Make it as tiny as possible. And also no need to add for every building. Just on the top part of like 2 or 3 layers would be fine. And also every light may not be turned on, so it's optional again. Enough. Now I'll be waiting for all of you to complete this much because our sketching part is over. Now we are going to start painting. So by the time those who have completed, just type in the chat if you have done or not, and then get ready with your painting set. Okay. All right, dears, I hope you all have done till this much. Those who are still doing can pause the video and do once you are, restart once you are done. All right. So now what next? Next is we are going to do painting. Okay. So for this, we want a flat brush. Okay. So we are as since we are doing the night sky, we will be doing it with very dark blue and we need a flat brush. If you have a flat brush, please take that. These are the flat brushes. And if you have a flat brush, use that. It will be easy for painting these kind of wide areas. And in case if you don't have a flat brush, no worries, do it with your round tip brush. Okay, it will take a lot of time and some perfection will not be there, but still it will do it work properly. Okay, so I will start so you can have a look. So we will be starting from light to darker color here for the sky. Okay, so I will be starting from my light blue. Okay, I'm taking my light blue. So always when you're painting, it is advisable to keep at least 2 bottles of water. Okay, one for washing and one for mixing. So if you are using same water for mixing and washing, the shade might become mixed and messed up and all. Okay, so better use a fresh water set for mixing. So here I'm using my flat brush and light blue color. Okay, and we will be starting over this area. And never mind if you are painting over the building also, no problem, because we are going to fill all the other part with black. So it's okay if it is getting inside also, totally fine. Okay, so almost this much area I covered with light blue. Since I'm using the flat brush, you can see it's all done so fast. And also see dears, all you need to do it horizontally. Horizontally means from left to right or right to left you have to do. And also through the edges also you need to do it very carefully so you will not mess up your painting. Okay, only a bit till here, because again we are going to cover over this with a dark blue shade. So if you have next a dark blue color, time to pick that. Okay, and paint over this. Able to see. Now just be sure that you are not covering it too dark so that you can't see your pencil marks. That's quite easy. Even if it is covered, you can still remember. But dears, try not to cover your moon. Okay, like this. Very carefully, very slowly. Just do it. And again on the top part, actually I want it even darker. So I will be taking the same blue with a little bit less water. That means I want it to be very concentrated. So I'm doing it slowly on the top part. Like one more coating I'm adding towards the top part. very carefully. See this near the moon also, you need to be very careful. Let it not get inside our moon. If you have a small tip pen, you can use, I mean, small tip brush, you can use it here. All right, anyway, I've done this much. Next, we have a blending task to finish. For that, I will wash my brush. Okay, dears, if you are lagging behind, just pause the video, okay? So you can see I will wash my brush properly. But still, the water, the brush is a little bit wet, and I will again do horizontal strokes through that place. Okay, can you see? Through that edge. Do it multiple times, but just make sure your paper is thick enough, like a 200 GSM or 200 plus GSM, then it's fine. If not, the paper may crumple, so do it very carefully so that we don't tear our paper. Such times maybe you can use a little bit paint to do the blending. So a gradual change from light to dark blue should be there. So I'm using another dry brush because there's a lot of water now, so I can't use that same brush. So I'm just spreading it using another brush. So any brush you can take. The point size of each brush depends upon the area you are doing. So that's why I'm not mentioning the paint brushes size. Whatever available with you, just keep it near you when you're painting, and according to the space you have to paint, switch accordingly. That's the easiest way. Yes, dear, it's totally fine because we are going to cover all these part black. That's why I just done. If you haven't done, also totally fine. Doesn't matter. Okay, so just wait for it to dry properly. Meanwhile, we can pick a round tip brush, or if you're comfortable with using the same flat brush also, go ahead, never mind whatever brush you are using. According to your convenience, you can pick, and gently let it dry, gently I'll mark the edges. So here I'm picking a round tip brush, and now onwards the paint should be very dark. Okay, so make sure you're mixing it too much and make it too dark. And slowly fill all the part. Maybe I will just give an outline like this so it will be easy for me to fill later. How is it going, children? Is it fine? You like it or not? Let me know. Okay, so all these areas we have to fill black. So gently, let's do it slowly. We have to do, and meanwhile, that blue part will get dry as well. So be very careful before outlining as well, because in case if these areas are not dried, this paint is going to be spread and make a mess. All our efforts will be in vain. So slowly do. Let's not be in a hurry. We have a lot of time, no worries. Okay, so I'm going to fill all the buildings first. And while painting the or filling the buildings, I would like to color it or paint it vertically. Okay, this way, like up, down, because it will be easy then. That's why I'm doing it that way. However, you are comfortable, you can do. Be very careful with the windows. And it's totally fine if you have a white acrylic paint or white correction pen with you. You don't have to put all this effort. You can just completely fill, and we can add one layer over that later once it dry. Okay, so it's totally fine. And while doing the building also, I'm uh, using a round tip brush, and these areas better we can fill with a flat tip brush. Okay, outliner, yes dear, sure, no problem. You can do it using an outliner, but only after painting. Okay, or if your outliner is water resistant, then totally fine. Or else maybe this, while painting it, will spread and make a mess. If you have a waterproof outliner, totally fine. Try to make everything so perfect. So no lines, nothing. Everything is covered. Beautiful. Apply some thick layer of paintings, like not very transparent watercolor kind of. Make it very thick, opaque, like no shade difference, complete black it should be. All right, so I have completed that building part. So any area, if it is not properly covered, you can just give one more coating to make it so perfect and very black. Okay. And again, what we are going to do is picking our flat brush again, because with flat brush we can easily cover the remaining part. Okay, dears. So I'm picking my black, flat brush and black paint to do it fast. See this way. If you have a flat brush, it's so easy to finish. So it's optional for you to completely cover this area or a little bit only. It's all up to you. And we have some bulbs here also, so don't forget that. And we don't have to show that line anyway, it's fully black only. If you don't have an acrylic paint or a white correction pen, don't cover it completely. If you have it, you can simply just cover this whole part with black. If you don't have, just be careful while filling this area. Just leave the circle as it is, so it will be easy for you to paint over black. Okay, like this. Or you can simply fill if you are planning to do it with a white marker or correction or acrylic paint, whatever you have. Here my paint is bleeding, so be very careful. So what I will do is I'll just make this a little bit like this. Okay, so I will make it like a curtain since I don't have an option, since my paint bleeded. In case if yours didn't, don't do that. Okay, no need of that step, because it's always better to have little smaller curtain, thinner curtains. As you have seen, my paint got spreaded inside. That's why I'm adding little bit thickness. And when it is drying, just see this kind of shade difference, right? all these you have to cover, and it is always better to use a flat brush for such covering. Okay. Now by the time our blue must have dried, if it is dried properly, you can do this part, the window panes also. So for that, try to get a very thin brush. If you have a thin brush, better let's use that. Okay, very thin brush. If you have it, you can use that. If you don't have, just take any thinnest brush you have. Okay, and also you can fill this window panes as well as the that line also we have to do. That should be even thinner. So maybe you can use your outliner for that, like a fine tip pen or something you can use for that. Okay. Very carefully. Okay, instead of doing it with paint and brush, if you have a marker, you can use that also. Okay. But if you like to try with painting, it's even greater. But be very careful. Do it so slowly. Any doubts, dears? Just let me know in the comments. Okay, slowly. Okay, so our window panes are also done. And finally, we have our that part. Okay, dears. So if you have done till this much, Let's move on to the next step, or in case if you are still doing, you can pause the video. Okay, meanwhile let me just correct this edges a little bit properly, or all these corrections and tunings we can do at the end of our session. I mean, once we complete our painting. Okay, so again, back to the tiny tip brush, and I'll be starting with here. Yeah, as I said, in case maybe if you want it to be even thinner, you can use your outliner here. Okay, so let me also try with my outliner, because this step or this line, it is always better to have very thin lines like this. Okay, so if we do it with the brush, even though it is so thin like this, still it will be a little bit thicker for our requirement. So I'm just doing it with the outliner. So it's up to you if you want to do it with an outliner or directly with the brush. Okay, either choice is fine. Hello, Samana. How are you? It's been a long time. No worries, dear. Once our session finished, you can rewatch it anytime. All right. So finally, let's okay again. Once the background is completely dried up, you can fill again if any shade difference is there. Okay. So children, how is your vacations going on? Is it boring or you are occupied with something? Sure, Samana, sure, dear, no worries. And how are you, dear? Like, how is your vacation going on? And where is Manu, Samana, and Manu? It's been a long time. I haven't seen any pictures of you as well. Yes, dear, no problem. Yeah, because cartridge sheet also it will be like a little bit thin only. Always for painting, I prefer something like 100 plus GSM, 100 or 200, it's better. But it's okay. Anyway, we are just doing a demo session, so it's totally fine. Let's see how it goes. If it is fine, you can redo also. It's quite simple one, right? Okay, so guys, I want to do one more step. Like for the moon, actually, I will be taking our light blue again just to sharpen the edges. Okay, that thin edges I want to be perfect. So I'm just using a light blue and just giving some fine tunings to the edges. So I should completely cover the pencil marks. I don't want pencil marks on my paintings. So I will be covering it that way. Okay, so maybe some light and dark blue can do the meets properly. Okay, next what? So the final steps we are going to do. By the time let the black be dry properly. So the last step is, if you have some yellow acrylic paint and white acrylic paint, you can use that. If you don't have, uh, if you have some correction markers, you can use that. And in case if you don't have any of this, just make thick yellow and white paint. Okay, so I'll just show you that now. And make sure you're using fresh water, because we need some fresh yellow. See, like this, you need to point some yellow like this. But always wash the brush after doing, or else this background blue might get mixed and going to be some green color. Okay, so be very careful. Wash the brush frequently and get the fresh water to mix the yellow again. Okay, Samana, glad to know that. So I'm simply adding a few more yellow base here. Yellow is for that kind of glow for the bulb. And you can overlap the window panes also. Why? Because uh, this bulb is inside the window. Okay, so it's totally fine if you overlap the anything over here, even this part, the curtains, anything we can overlap, because that is on the topmost layer of our painting. Just don't mix too much water, then it will be hard for us to see the yellow. So just leave it with very thick base. In case if you have acrylic paint, you can use that. It will be better. So I'm extending this even further, like it's going all this way. So our glow part also done. Next is what? I'm going to use my correction pen for this step. It is, in case if you have acrylic paint, as I said before, you can use that, or thick white, normal paint only, but very thick, very concentrated. That means not much water is added. And what we will do is we will just put it above the yellow. So yellow will be like the glow and white will be the bulb. Okay, can you see? Like this it should be. So it will be even brighter. But don't cover the yellow completely, okay? Okay, so the bulb also completed, and the line here also I need to extend a bit, so I'm just adding it through here. Even though it's black, let's do it that way. And finally we can splatter some paint over here, or just put some dots for the stars on the sky. Okay, again with white paint or marker you can do. Okay, some stars are also ready. Now the final step, that is actually, I'm just using my marker again, I mean outliner again, and just going to give some fine tunings. Okay, like if any edges are not proper, such steps we can correct it now. That's it, our painting is over. That was a very easy painting. And also there's all these boxes and all, if you want to paint some other color, I mean not other color, but yellow, or again if you want to make it darker or brighter, either way it's totally up to you. Now it's your painting. You can make any customization, any alteration, you can do it and make it even beautiful. But don't forget to share with me. Okay, so just once you finish, for fine tuning, you can use your marker so the edges will be proper and beautiful, so crispy. The lines will be fine. All right, so that's it. Our painting is completed. And if you like it, don't forget to give a thumbs up on our video. And if you have any concerns, don't forget to type it in the chat or let me know in our WhatsApp. And also those who have completed, please don't forget to share with me. If it didn't come properly also, it's doesn't matter. You can redo it. Our video will be there. You can redo and you can send me. Okay, and dear, it will be live. I'm thinking to do live for this workshop because it's been so long and I got bored with recording. So I wanted to meet you all in live. If you all are rejoining, I mean joining for the workshop, we can meet in live session. Live is better, right, than recording. All right. So dears, any concern or anything, just let me know. Don't forget to like our video and don't forget to share with me your work. And if there is any concerns or anything to do, just complete it and share with me. And also now also I can see a little bit this kind of sessions will be there. Can you see like a line like this without blended properly? So such time again take a fresh brush wet it, make it wet. Just pick a little bit of light blue, very little light blue, and spread it. Okay, just spread it, but be very careful because we already done some black and all, so be very careful and gently smudge it to make it proper. Okay, I think this is enough. If I keep doing, I will keep on doing. So let's wind up. All right, dears. So bye, all of you. And I hope you all are doing properly. And once you are done, once the session finishes, don't forget to click a picture. Don't forget to write your name also somewhere here or here. Just if it is black, what we can do is just tear a small piece of paper, write your name and place it over here and click a picture. So always be signed, and that's it. Thank you, dears. Now the remaining details and all I'll be sharing on our WhatsApp group. Okay. Okay, dear. Bye. Take care. Bye, Samana. Bye. Who are there? Bye, Malyata. Bye, Mansi. Bye, Nagalakshmi. And bye, Manasi. And bye, Tanushri, dear. Okay, so bye. Take care, all of you.